Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Tonight for Vlogmas Day 3, I'm actually going to talk to you a little bit about how I do the majority of my holiday for under $600. I try to stay at the $500 range, but it's usually about no more than $600, so $500 to $600. And the way that I do that mostly is that all the items that you'll see, not all, but 90% of them are remodel pennies. So I go to Dollar General remodels throughout the year. I shop all year long, and that's how I amass the greatest amount of inventory. I don't really shop 90% off. I rarely shop at the Dollar Tree, and I do occasionally go to Family Dollar, but bags, bows, merchandise, all of it is less than $600 each holiday, and I usually make about 5 figures for those, well in the 5 figures for each holiday. So I'm starting off by showing you this gift. Almost all of these items came from DG Remodels. The little DIY toy that came from Blue Dot, a penny sale at Blue Dot, and then the doll and the tea set came from a penny Easter basket that was at DG. The rest of it were penny remodels items. So that toy set in the back was one as well. And this gift is everything in here was a penny. I just wrapped a piece of cardboard to get that Christmas feel, but all of these boy toys were a penny. That gun was a penny at the Dollar General remodel. I believe these came from Augusta, Georgia. I go all over the Southeast. Me and my family travel, and it's truly a family affair. Both those guns were a penny a piece. That was a brown dot blanket that went around Easter time, actually. That was a penny. And then that football also was a penny. So how Dollar General remodels work there are also some boxing gloves back there that was a penny. How the DG remodels work is throughout the year, a store will remodel and they will have items at 50% that usually don't go at 50%. When that Sunday comes, those items that were 50% will turn to a penny, okay? I'm showing you this other men's gift here. These slippers were a penny. This was a brown dot blanket that went for a penny at the remodel. Now this hot sauce gift set was not a penny. I bought this at 90% off. That was one of the things I got at Pop Shelf, okay? So I don't usually run and fill up a cart for 90% off, but I will casually look, and if there's things that I know I can't get at a remodel, I will purchase. And so that was probably the only thing I purchased. There was some gift sets at the Pop Shelf for 90% off. This other gift is a combination of gifts. So it's an Easter basket. I got that Easter basket. I do usually get my baskets at 90% off because they will go fast because they scream Easter. And so people will pull those. The workers will pull those. Another thing in here that paid full price was those lotion and lip gloss sets. Okay, that came from Dollar Tree. LB was the reason why I got those. And then the other item here, purses. I usually have a budget for purses no more than $50 for the whole holiday, and that came from Family Dollar. Okay. So just to catch you guys up, my budget for purses, that is one that I usually spend. I'm using my little claw here. I like to use that. And I usually get those items when I can spend $50 on purses. And so here's another one of those book bag purses in this gift, and another one of those sets. And it's just because I just love those little sets that LB had. So that was one of the ones that I got. I'm pointing out other pennies here. That mug was a penny. It's like a little glass, mason jar glass with a straw. And that was in the gift section, and that went at remodels this year. I'm also going to trim up those strings there. But yeah, so I have no tumblers from the Dollar Tree. I did not run and get those, just because when I see $1.25, I think of 125 items I could be getting for a penny, honestly. So that's not something that I usually run for. You do have to be disciplined, but it pays off in the long run. So this is just a review of that gift. Those hair ties, that was a blue dot penny. And those claw clips came from a penny remodel. I'm going to bring this gift, and I'm going to actually stumble with this gift a couple of times because it's kind of heavy. But this is another thing that I paid a discounted price for. And that's because you don't find a lot of slippers at remodels, especially not holiday ones. So I did get these from CVS. I spent this year, for the intended Christmas holiday, $75 from CVS, and I did get the robes and some slippers that were 75% off. I'm pointing out candy that came from a Dollar General remodel. And another thing you'll see here that did not come from a remodel, I wish, was my Bath and Body Works. I usually have about $150 worth of Bath and Body Works per season, and I shop at the outlet here in Calhoun, Georgia. I shop at that outlet, and I get the items that are on the $2 and $3 table. And that usually is my minis for $2, which come out with the 25% off coupon for $1 and change, and then $2 and change for full size products. Okay. I'm pointing out this gift here, and this is what I used on Vlogmas day 2, that scrub. You can see everything in this basket was a penny, and the basket itself was probably bought at 90% off, and that's because it's an Easter basket. And I do get baskets at 90% off. Easter baskets, not my other baskets. Those usually come from remodels, but Easter baskets. I also wanted to point out that clear container there. Most of my containers are penny containers. The only ones were these wicker baskets that aren't penny containers. For a container, I don't pay anything but a penny for it. So, yeah. I'm pointing out this cup here with the straw that was from a DG remodel. The gift section goes, and so was that perpetual calendar. Oh, you guys fell. Okay, I got you back up there. Yeah. So, so just talk a little bit more about the DG remodels. So how that actually works, it's very simple, but it can get kind of challenging. I do drive almost all over Georgia. I've been to almost every town here in Georgia. Been to Alabama, been to South Carolina. It's really worth the drive for me. So what happens at the remodels is items go for 50% off first, and then the Sunday, they flip and they become a penny. So everything that's 50% off in that store will be a penny, excluding the refrigerator. And the refrigerator goods are kind of how we can tell that store is going to go to a penny. So once that refrigerator section goes on 50% off, the following Sunday, me, my family, we go travel to that store and we clean house. I'm very, very intentional on the things that I buy. If I don't need it, if it can't be made into a gift concept, I leave it behind. So yeah, that's just a little bit about how I do remodels, and I hope you guys continue to follow on this journey, and feel free to comment down below. I can answer questions about remodels. But now that I'm kind of on YouTube now, I am going to be bringing you guys along to the majority of my remodels next year, hopefully. But yeah, the remodel has really been a game changer. I'm not claiming to have the most pretty baskets, and I don't have a lot of the similar items as other basket makers, and it's simply because typically if it's not a penny, or if I can't get it for a penny, I am not going to use it, or I spend very little on that. So items like purses or Bath and Body Works or Victoria's Secret, that's where my money goes. Bags and bows is where my money goes. But merchandise itself, if it ain't a penny, I'm not running out to get it. 90% off is a good deal, but it can rack up. And I just like to use the majority of my funds for other things than baskets. Here I'm showing you guys items that you can get from remodels. Literally, I have when the small appliances were going, I got almost all the coffee pots. I have sold this similar gift time and time again by literally taking a coffee pot, adding a penny set of mugs on top, and adding a bow and putting it in a bag, not even putting it in a box. $35, $45, depending on the season, all day long, 2 cents. So guys, I really hope that you guys consider following along with my journey. Let me show you how to remodel shop. It really can change the game of your baskets. Like I said, don't claim to have the most pretty baskets or the most popular items. But when you're trading cents for $40 and $50 and $60 and $125, it's the way to make serious cash with a low investment. So follow along and stay along.